Welcome to my channel, The Flix Judge, where you will get detailed reviews and honest ratings of global movies and OTT series so that you can watch only the best content worthy of your time. Today we will review Jigarthanda Double X released yesterday. The movie stars Raghava Lawrence and S.J. Suryah in lead roles and directed by Karthik Subbaraj. Music is by Santosh Narayanan. This has no relation to the earlier movie Jigarthanda by the same director. The movie is a socio-political gangster action comedy flick. Wow, that is quite a mouthful, but true. As we continue, you will realize why. The director also tries to make it a new type of western called Pandya Western and makes some incredulous attempts to link Clint Eastwood to Raghava Lawrence's character. I don't know why he did this, or if many young people in India, other than hardcore fans, know what a Western is even, leave alone knowing Clint Eastwood. Okay, on with the story. This story is set in the 1970s Tamil Nadu. Its base is the politics, police, gangsters, and social issues of those times. Kribakar is a coward who is scared of everything. He faints at the sight of blood and even gets convulsions. However, to honor his father's memory and desire, he clears the selection process to become a sub inspector of police. Before joining, he visits his lover's college event where, due to a freak incident, he gets arrested for murder of four people. Couple of years later, we are introduced to a violent rowdy, alias Caesar, role played by Raghava Lawrence. He is shown to be a ruthless goon who murders people at will. He is aligned with a political faction headed by Karmegam, a role played by Ilavarasu. This faction has some three or four other gangsters and even a big movie star in its fold. There is a rival political faction headed by a movie star, Jayakodi. Both Karmegam and Jayakodi have aspirations of becoming the next chief minister. However, due to the support of gangsters, mainly Caesar, Karmegam seems to be ahead. To counter this, Jayakodi, role played by Shine Tom Chako, seeks the help of a psycho-type DSP Ratnakumar, role played by Naveen Chandra. Now, the DSP, by some dubious means, enlists the help of S.J. Surya, who is currently in prison, along with a few others, to bump off the gangsters. Surprisingly, all of them were appointed to the police, but are lodged in prison due to some crimes they had committed. Really convenient indeed. Well, in return, they are promised to be released and even appointed to their posts. Needless to say, they accept. It is S.J. Surya's job to eliminate the most dreaded gangster of them all, Caesar. There is also a character of a violent and crazy poacher who hunts elephants. The Psycho DSP is shown to be tasked currently to capture the poacher. However, he meets with little success. So instead, he commits atrocities on the tribals inhabiting the hills from where the poacher is from, in the hope of gaining some information about the whereabouts of the poacher. The first half is about how alias Caesar suddenly wants to make a movie and to act in it and become the first pan India star with dark skin. He looks for a director in this venture. How the coward Kribakar becomes Ray Dasan, a fake movie director who promises to make a biopic of the gangster Caesar's life and turn it into an Oscar winning movie, meanwhile trying to get an opportune moment to bump off Caesar, forms the rest of the movie. Oops, sorry, I spoke too soon. This forms the first half of the movie. For the second half is a totally different story. In the second half, the movie takes a sharp left turn, pun intended. Instead of going to Andhra, the bus now goes to Kerala. Again, pun intended. We now have a story of atrocities committed against tribals by evil police, greedy politicians, how the tribals fight back. From a gangster flick, this morphs into some heavy story with a lot of political messaging. Now, this forms the rest of the story. The main character and the most well written character is that of alias Caesar. This character is a ruthless gangster who undergoes many transformations. He is bitten by the movie bug, wants to become a star, then takes on the insane risk of fighting a dreaded poacher single handedly for his movie, then gets transformed into a messiah for the tribals willing to make any kind of sacrifice. The role has great scope with stunts, dance, action, emotions, and Raghava Lawrence is good for all of it. He puts his heart and soul into it, and it shows on the screen. A good performance indeed. The next key role is that of Ray Dasan by S.J. Surya. He now has become a very accomplished actor and breezes through this role effortlessly. His role is not that well developed and is relegated to the background in the second half, but a creditable performance by the actor. Nimisha Sajayan plays the role of Malayarasi, the wife of Caesar. She has many emotional scenes and has performed well. The role of the psycho DSP Ratnakumar is also worth mentioning. The cinematography by Thiru is excellent, be it city or jungle, day or night, songs or fight, all scenes have come out very well and gives a rich look to the movie. The background music by Santosh is a bit noisy at times. Also, it reminds us of old tunes in many places. However, technically, this is a well made movie. Now, let's come to some of the issues in this movie. The biggest one is the story and the genre. It seems the director is very confused whether this is a gangster flick or a revenge movie or a socio political message type movie. The result is a confusing mess with the movie going all over the place in the second half. The first half sets up a kind of expectation, a momentum, a suspense, which is totally wasted due to the turn the movie takes in the second half. It is as if we are watching a second movie, abandoning the first one halfway. I guess this is what the double X in the title means. This is a big goof up by the director. Also, due to this, the movie runs for close to 3 hours. If the director knew the story is going to take a different turn, why bother spending so much time in the first half establishing the characters and events, which will anyway not go anywhere? He could easily have taken 15 to 20 minutes out, making this a more crisp movie. Now, this is a overburdened and tiresome watch. This too goes towards bringing down the effectiveness and watchability of this movie. Another issue is the dialogue delivery by some actors. The Tamil rendering by some actors who are not native speakers is so bad, I could not understand half the dialogues, especially with Nimisha, who has very emotional dialogues, that too in some kind of tribal accent. I just couldn't make out many words, thus bringing down the effectiveness of those scenes. I don't know why native Tamil actresses could not be cast even for such small roles. Even if the director only wanted Nimisha, at least he could have gone for some good dubbing. This goes for other characters and actors also in this movie. Last but not the least is the lack of logic in many of the proceedings. The silly manner of S.J. Surya having a small handheld camera, apparently from the 1950s era, to make a whole movie, and this movie is actually screened in the end to effect some earth shattering political change, is a case in point. At least if this is in today's times, we can say the whole thing was made on an iPhone, so the movie turned out to be good. You will notice such things throughout the movie. So, what is the verdict? To me, this is just an average watch. It could have been better if it had stuck to just one genre, preferably the gangster revenge genre with S.J. Surya and Raghava Lawrence. If you are a fan of Raghava Lawrence or S.J. Surya or even Karthik Subbaraj, maybe you can give it a try. However, I doubt if you will be satisfied. I will give this a 5 out of 10 stars. As far as parental guidance, this is watchable with family. See you again with another review. Until then, bye and happy viewing. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. I go through hours and hours of content so that you can watch only the very best ones in your precious free time. Thank you.